Welcome back to the shooting channel, and today we're going to have a look and compare the old XS to the new XS Pro, and we're going to go through and we're going to take you from the stock down to the barrel, and then we're going to try and shoot them and see what the differences are. So obviously the old XS and the new XS, the big differences are the stock weights and the barrel weights. The barrel weights fit onto the barrel there, and the stock weights, you take the recoil reducer off and they go into the stock there. The other biggest thing is you've got the old XS has got the hard original Browning butt plate on it, and the new XS has got the new Inflex recoil system on it. And just when you shoot them, the biggest difference is, I would say, that really stands out is the recoil. This one is actually my personal gun. I still love the old XS's, but if you go to this one and then this one, the difference in the recoil is unbelievable. They've got the new Browning chokes. This has got the old Browning chokes. They have a slightly different fore end. They are slightly wider, the fore end, and they've got, so if you look at that, they've got a slightly more trap style fore end in there, and the same with that, and they're thicker. So if you've got slightly bigger hands, the new XS fore end does fit in the hand slightly better. The other thing that's different is the stocks are slightly wider. So if I pull them off, so if you look at that, the stocks are actually slightly wider there than they are there. And that's because over the years, they've developed it to what the customer wants. And generally, customers do like the slightly wider stock there rather than the thinner one there. Adjustable cheek piece, same thing, adjustable cheek piece, that's all still there. Movable trigger, again, same thing. Very similar. I will say this is one gun that Browning has actually developed, and it's still made on the 425 action. So this probably is 25 years old. This is only a couple of years old, but the general style of this, whereas like the Pro Sport that Browning do is the new action, it's a new 725 action, this is actually still designed on the original 425 action. So it just goes to show how good the XS has been over the years, and all they've done really is develop it and put the extra bits onto it that customers have wanted. They even, I think, they're even interchangeable barrels. So if you actually buy an old XS, you can actually you can change the interchangeable stuff. So it's actually quite good that if you do have a problem or you do have an old one, you can actually put all the bits on like that. So it's about the only gun that you can pretty much fit any bit onto it like that. The other thing that I will also say they have changed slightly is they've rounded the action a little bit there. So again, if you look at the action there, this one's a little bit more squarer, this one's rounded off here. So they've just made it a little bit more, the look of it, they've made it slightly better just to keep that look going and keep the style getting a little bit more modernised. And that is generally, obviously the price has gone up. The XS 25 years ago used to be about £2 grand, £2.5 grand. The XS now is just under £4,000. But in a way, over the period of 25 years, this price hasn't actually gone up that much with the extras they've put on it. So over the 25 years, they haven't actually changed or put the price up a lot. So it's one gun that has stayed affordable for the top clay shooter, and within people's budgets, and it hasn't gone up that much. So, and that is, I would say the XS is probably one of the top clay shooting guns on the market across the world. If you've got an old XS or a new XS, or if you've upgraded from an old one to a new one, please comment below and please let me know your thoughts on what you like the difference is. I have to say, I love my old XS. I keep saying to myself, do I want to go to a new one? Every time I do that, I go out and shoot well with it. So there's nothing wrong with the old XS if you can find them. They are really, really, really hard to find, because once they come on the market, they just go like that. If you look on Gun Trader, there's not many of them on there. Now I'm going to go and shoot a few targets with each one and just talk you through the difference on it. So I'm going to start with the old XS, and I'm just going to shoot 5 pairs with this one, and then I'll little talk about it, and then I'm going to shoot 5 pairs with the new XS. And bearing in mind they call it the XS Pro, the new one. The old one is just the XS, the Ultra XS. And they used to actually do, and this is before this, they used to do an Ultra with game scene. So that's kind of the 3 Ultras. And then now really it's just that. And again, they also do the Crown as well, which is a limited edition one. Right, pull. 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 So that's 5 pairs with the old XS, and I'm going to be completely honest, the thing I do like about it, on the old one they've got the no trigger there, so it's a little bit more rougher when you finger, and actually keeps your finger still. On the new one it's just literally smooth there, whereas on the old one I've got checker in there, and it just, that I actually quite like because it holds your finger there. And I'm going to be honest, I don't normally feel recoil, but it does recoil a little bit compared to the new one. Let's shoot 5 pairs with the new one. Pull. 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 So that is my biggest thing that I find that they have improved over the time, is those recoil reducers are absolutely superb. You barely feel any recoil with this. So that's the biggest thing I would say is the biggest difference over the years. And I'm going to say this one is probably a little bit heavier. This is about £8 or just over £8. That's about £7.5. So it's about half a pound difference in weight as they moved up. Let's go shoot one more stand. Pull. 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 So that's 5 pairs with the crosser with the old XS, and now I'm going to do 5 pairs with the new one. Pull. 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 pull, 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 pull. So I'm going to be completely honest, apart from the recoil, I'm going to say the new one actually handles slightly, to me, but I think that's probably because this is my gun. The old one handles differently. I think if you get used to it, it'd probably handle better, but because I'm used to this one. But other than that, they are actually very, very similar as guns. And I think the way Browning have not changed massive things, but just changed little subtle things to get the guns better for the customer, I think is absolutely fantastic. I hope you've already enjoyed this programme. If you've got an old XS or a new XS Pro, please comment below if you think or agree with what I've said. I hope you've enjoyed this programme. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, and please, please, please support the channel and join the membership from as little as $2.99. And we'll see you all at the game fair next week. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.